So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of planets through ascendants. And today we're going to be covering Moon in the second house in Aries for Pisces ascendant people. As in, what happens when Moon is in the second house in Aries while Moon is ruling the fifth house with the sign of Cancer. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I teach everything related to astrology, and also my book, Nakshatras at the Speed of Light, which is also now available. And yes, thank you for everybody who got the book. Thank you for making this book another grand success. I am on my journey to doing the second edition of the book. It's probably going to take 2-3 years because I really want to infuse a whole lot of information just as useful as my current book. So, Moon in the second house in Aries. So, one thing you will see is that this is an individual who is wanting to make that quick buck, that quick money, as they call it, the hustler. These are the people who want to kind of like make money in a self-made manner. Like, these people want to be able to say that I'm a self-made person, because they're very individualistic when it comes to their ability to make money. They can be very independent. Like, they may not want a person's assistant in making money. But of course, you can't say that just with one position, because if the rest of the planetary position shows that this person is going to be supported by other people, then yes, they cannot ignore it as much as they want to be independent. And the other thing you will see with this particular position, that such people will have great interest in speculation. Like, I have seen this anytime somebody gets, let's say, a career consultation, and they're talking about, hey, can I do stock market? Can I do speculations? I have seen a lot of these placements. Also, I've seen many placements. But two things I've seen is this fifth lord in the second house, Moon in Aries, or some planet, sitting in Aries. This doesn't have to be the second house. And obviously Mercury in the ascendant. Like, they love speculation. And these are the folks, they are always kind of like born into a very active family. They're grown up in a way where the mother, father went to hiking, they went camping. They did a lot of travel, a lot of sports, like growing up, a lot of engagement into physical activities. Doesn't have to be sports, could be anything like extracurriculum activity. Going on violin, piano, music. Okay. And yes, this person does have a childlike quality to them. They have this quality of just like sometimes wanting to pull pranks on people. But also, their voice, their vocal, rhythm can be very authoritative. Like, when they speak, it feels like a judge is, giving a judgment. Somebody is, wanting to always implement rules and regulations through their speech. But you got to understand, this is actually a very, very strong yoga, as in Dhan yoga, with fifth lord in the second house. And you will see that especially after the birth of the first child, this individual will find their kind of like, as people talk about identity. I want to know my identity. I want to, who am I? This is who I am. Well, because remember, identity is what? The sign of Aries, number 1, the first house. And so identity really becomes active after the birth of the first child. And especially, I will suggest that diving into speculations heavily, like if you want to invest heavily, and yes, we can see you're a risk taker, especially if Saturn is not influencing Moon. Or actually, even if Saturn is influencing Moon, a person will take risks, but irrational decisions. Right now, I'm just talking about moon in the second house in Aries. So if one wants to take those big risks, with the birth of the child will allow you to kind of like see everything around you, like being able to kind of like understand something. And yes, can they be athletes? Yes, they can be. But again, this is just one piece of the puzzle that can say yes. You need to have at least 3 other pieces also saying that yes, this person is going to be an athlete and they will be athletes. And the other thing you will see with this individual, they will always be brought down to earth from their ego with the spouse's family. So when this person's like, oh, look, I've done it myself. Oh, look, I'm the self-made individual. The spouse's family, in-laws, they will humble you down. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It is that perhaps they're showing that what you truly are. Just because you may have toughs with your in-laws or spouse's family doesn't mean that they're the bad person. Sometimes you could be the bad person as well. Because everybody will think they're right in their own way. And that's when the outside perspective comes in. Like someone like me saying that, okay, this is what's really happening. So this is what we see, in a minute way of moon in the second house in Aries. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. If you want to know where your moon is placed, all your astrological details, all the reports, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.